Okay, I just got asked on YouTube, how does TV player work? And I looked through my videos, and I'm pretty sure I'd done a video on this before, but turns out I haven't. And so here it is, Apple TV. Press the TV button to get to the main apps. You can see TV player is there. So if I launch that, you need to be signed in. So you need to go to your account and create a free account. But I don't pay anything for TV player. This is just what you get on the free stuff. I don't know what the welcome to TV player is. I guess that's probably like advertising. Yeah, so that's advertising. And then you can see here, it's a bit like, you know, an ordinary TV, and you can flick through the channels. Some of the content isn't free, but if I pick something that obviously is going to be free, so let's go for ITV.
Everything that you do.
Thanks, Lorraine.
Right, still to come, he's putting his fellow comics to the ultimate test, his brand new show. Comedian Josh Whittaker.
So the quality sat about 9 feet away, which I normally do with this 40-inch TV. The quality is reasonable, but it's not as good as if you were streaming it from ITV Hub. But it's certainly very watchable. Some content.
Make sure all your equipment's working properly.
Well, obviously that's a program that was not recorded in widescreen originally because it's quite old, and so you could see it was stretched. But you can use your TV to adjust that.
Much at all. But I was hoping that somebody would buy
now if I
what's your bottom dollar on all of them?
Switch down, you can see that's by swiping down. I can then pick other channels. So if I go for really, and then I can still flick left and right, and you can see it's nice and fast. You can see there. Oh, BBC4 is not playing at the moment. That's the only reason that's greyed out.
Your perfect domain name now, including a personal consultant.
So you can flip the mattress to sleep one night at the
So you might be able to pick it up on the recording, but the image quality is a little bit softer than ordinary live TV. So even compared to standard definition, but on smaller TVs, just turn that down a bit. On smaller TVs it works fine. I'm trying to find something that's there you go. So if you pick a channel that is chargeable, and you can see the channels that are in here, it's rather small on the screen, but things like TLC, Comedy Central, MTV, History, Discovery, there's all sorts of channels in there which you can subscribe to. So $6.99 a month, the first month is free, so you can try it out, and then you get catch-up TV as well, because I don't think I'll just press the menu button to go back. I don't think this does any catch-up on this app at all. So, so if we go to On Demand, well, let's see what it does. Entertainment. So you can see this is on-demand content, but I think all this is chargeable. Yeah, I'm sure it is, because Fox HD is not going to be a free channel. So even if I go right up to the top and then click on that, you can see that this is chargeable content. And if we go to, there's 2 films. Sci-fi. So sci-fi will be chargeable as well. I see there's some HD channels as well. Lifetime HD. But if I go back, so that's the on-demand content, so you're only going to get that if you're paying. There's channels, which is another way of navigating, so if you're looking for a particular channel, maybe this is a quicker way of finding that channel. And you see some of them are slightly greyed out, so they're not quite so bold as the others. They're going to be the ones that you have to pay for. Obviously something like ITV Box Office must be paid for. I haven't looked at this for a while actually. I mean, I don't know what World Poker Tour is. Is that just live poker?
He does, so it will really be an amazing performance by him.
Yeah, so I think they've certainly been adding a lot to it. I mean, Fail Army surely isn't a channel, but maybe it is live stream. So all of this content, let's try something like Food Network.
With our respective husbands.
You can see it launches really quick as well. Oh, that's me pressing the wrong button. So if I go right down to the bottom, RT, Al Jazeera, so there's all the news channels here. I don't like Newsy. Okay. France 24. So there's lots of foreign channels on here as well. I don't know. I guess France 24 is.
You have to go somewhere to check to look up.
Oh no, it's in English. So let's go down again. BBC red button. That's interesting. Is that going to work? Well, I've got nowhere to navigate to that, so I don't know, unless that is just a live stream that they call BBC Red Button. So what else we got? Now 90s. I think this is, you have to pay for this, like a subscription. No, I'm wrong. As you can see, it's rather pixelated at the moment. But I suppose if you're using it for the audio sounds alright. Get a copyright strike now from Share. So there's a lot of content on there. If we go up to the top, it's the sort of standard Freeview fare that you would expect. Occasionally you do get, and I think I've seen this most on Channel 4, where it's on live TV, but it's not actually allowed to be streamed for whatever reason. So some sort of licensing deal. And so sometimes you click on it and it says this feed is not available. And I wonder if I'm better to go to the guide for that. So this is like an ordinary TV guide. And we'll see if there's anything that says... No, there's nothing that says not available, is there? And again, you can see on the left-hand side, this is good that they've done this. So the fact that those channels are greyed out shows that you're going to have to pay if you want those channels. And so QVC would be a free channel.
I need to go to the opticians more often than I ever did before. It was every few years now.
And you can see, I don't know what happens if you see what's on. That's me pressing the wrong button again. So if I press menu to go back, go left to guide. Yeah, if you see what's on later on, so if we say on food. So if I click on the Pioneer Woman, what does it do? Doesn't do anything. So it's just showing you, so it's a guide and it just shows you what's on later. So I would say from a navigation point of view, I probably prefer using the live TV bit, because then you've got just your numbers. And then once you start playing something, if you swipe down, you can then swipe left and right and see what else is on whilst you're watching that channel. So let's say how it's made.
He slices the copper to the appropriate size.
And if I swipe left or right, it obviously doesn't do anything because it is just live stream. If I pull down from the top or pull up from the bottom, pull up from the bottom gives you a timeline. I don't know why that would be. So pull down from the top gives you those channels. Nothing else on. I don't know if you can pause it. No, pause doesn't work either. So on demand. So that's all the paid for channels. So as you can see, there's a lot of content there. And this would be if you haven't got an aerial or you haven't got a dish or you're going to stay somewhere where they have got broadband, you can use all of these channels. The ones that are highlighted are all free to watch through an Apple TV box. And the interface on the Apple TV I think is the best one. It's certainly, with the remote control, you can move around a lot quicker than most other platforms. And if I try this Samsung one, so if I press the home button now on my Samsung TV, you can see that I've got the Samsung Smart TV guide that's come up. This is a 2016 model, but they're the same today. So if I click on TVPlayer now, it is actually a different experience so what does it say? Log in. So if I just do watch. So watch now. Yeah, it only seems to list the paid for channels. Now, I don't know, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll log in and I'll see if that's the case with an account that's logged in. Okay, so I'm now logged in and I can't watch any, I don't know the wisdom in this, but basically there's no live TV and I haven't seen the TVPlayer app on any smart TV apart from Samsung, and it looks like it's only for the premium content, so there's none of the free stuff. So as you saw with the Apple TV, loads of free stuff, but with Samsung there isn't. Let's go back to Apple TV. Boom, boom, boom. So if we go back to Apple TV and just go back into TVPlayer. I did another video on the Roku with TVPlayer, but just sort of showing what was available. The Roku does something very similar layout and gives you all the free channels the same. It's not as nice to use, it's a bit more clunky than the Apple TV, but it's a very cheap way of getting live TV channels through Wi-Fi. But what I would say is that if you've got a very big TV, then you're not going to like the image quality. You know, a 40-inch TV at 9 foot is fine. It could be better, but it's absolutely fine to watch. But if you've got a big TV and you sit quite close to it, you're going to struggle, and you're going to be better off if you've got a TV aerial or a dish connected. Okay, so hopefully this helps, and thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.